Dear ladies and gentlemen, Your Eminence, honorable speakers, colleagues and friends, so welcome to Lithuania and hello everybody gathered in Lithuania, a Catholic country in Eastern Europe. And I am delighted with the 13th International Conference on Religious Tourism and Pilgrimage is taking part here in Lithuania. The conference is attended by leading researchers in religious tourism and pilgrimage. In general, the conference will be attended by more than 40 participants from around the world. More than 30 papers will be delivered during the conference. The aim of this conference is to present the latest research and personal insights of researchers on the changing nature of religion in society and to encourage the academic community to discuss how various new challenges affect the development of religious tourism and pilgrimage. The conference is organized by the Community of Lithuanian Pilgrims and the Institute of Sociology of Lithuanian Center for Social Sciences.
Lithuania, we have a long history and tradition of, I guess we name it the City of Mercy, but it comes, I believe, from the need of mercy. And if you look at our history, we have been at the crossroads of various invasions, various encounters between different religions, different nationalities, for good and bad over the long history. The City of Divine Mercy comes from the revelations given to Sister Faustina in the last century. Most people, until now, I think it's changing, associate Saint Faustina with Krakow, where she is buried. She is of Polish descent, but she came here in the early 30s to a convent, and it was here that she had her apparitions, or the majority of them, the revelation of the Chaplet of Divine Mercy, and painted the image of Divine Mercy that has spread throughout the world. This territory had belonged under the governance of the Poles, of the Russians, of the Lithuanians through centuries. And you see the oppression, you see what it leaves in people. But the encounter with this mercy, or the invitation of mercy, leads to a great healing. Vilnius, as in the many other places of pilgrimage, is also a chance to encounter other pilgrims. And as on the way to Santiago Compostela, anybody who has walked that pilgrimage knows that it is not just the buildings, it is not just the quiet or the nature, it is the encounter with other people along the way on the pilgrimage.
Many of people writing about the pilgrimages, and also today here it was already stressed, they speak that the pilgrims walk physically and morally. And the journey and the break with the daily life is very important. Cognitive orientation. This includes beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions linked to the nature and the meaning of spirituality. For us, for some of us, to find the meaning of the spirituality, it's very important. Look at the size of it. It will be the largest hotel in the world, consisting of a ring of 12 towers, 45 stories high, with 10,000 bedrooms, 70 restaurants, and 5 rooftop helipads. That is almost like a small city. We are only speaking about a complex. We are not speaking about the religious center of Mecca. We are just speaking about a complex.
Welcome folks, and welcome to anyone who's online listening to us. Our next keynote is, we're delighted to invite Jae-Yun Cho, who is from Korea, now in Wales. Delightful always to hear Jeon give her perspective, which merges East and West and creates some creative ideas for us. So
Nelson Graeben's tourism imaginaries. So because of all these novels and films and TV shows and conversations with travelers, we kind of imagine if we go to Bali or Chiang Mai, somewhere in Southeast Asia, we will experience something magical, spiritual, or I might transform into something better. And funnier thing, because all this mindfulness retreats and yoga resorts are in the rice paddy fields because they have more kind of soothing environment and looks more beautiful. So these farmers sell their farms. So now they don't have enough vegetables and rice in Bali, so they start importing from China. But Bali is supposed to be famous for their agriculture, right? So the agriculture is degrading, and that's also a big issue. But there's always silver lining, right? But there are some positive sides as well. I talked to some of the local yoga teachers who are female, and my friend Dayu, she was a housewife, but she became a part-time yoga teacher and started making money. And whenever she finished her class, she sees all these Western people go to vegan cafe, of course, and have a smoothie. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna start my vegan cafe. And she started, and it was doing quite fine.
I'm going to tell about Catholic heritage and Christian heritage, and in general, about sacred places and network of sacred places in Lithuania. In general, average number of believers per one church is 3,300 almost, and this is quite average number in Europe. The International Religious Tourism and Pilgrimage Conference in Vilnius is over. During the conference, we had presenters from different countries and researchers from United Kingdom, Canada, Israel, Ireland, Portugal, Poland, Latvia, Japan, United States, Australia, Italy, Slovakia, and other countries. Thank you all, and see you next year.